would not quite say a sermon, but these are the trials and tribulations of a blessed French American patron. I am Dre La Papa, Papa Dre La Bizzle, 460, holy, 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 adornus hymnal. Now, we're going to take you back, way back to when I was 5 years old. When I was 5 years old, I remember I had to skip school that day because I was sick, and all morning I was watching Superpower TiVo Man. You know the joint I'm talking about? There was Power Rangers, and there was Superpower TiVo Man. Super TiVo Man Ultra, I think it was. Superpower TiVo Man. And I remember one day, my mom coming out to the living room, she's like, "Oh, get dressed, Andre. We're going to meet your cousin and your Aunt Sherry." And that's where some shit happened. I tell you this shit, boy. So, Mama ain't had no car back then, so we had to walk. Yes, we had to walk everywhere. It was... Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to censor for this one. We had to can walk everywhere. And so I got on my little coat, I got on my little boots. I went to walk to my cousin David's house. And I'm like, "Who's this and who's this and who's that?" They're like, well that's your Aunt Sherry. That's your cousin David, and that little baby is your cousin Amanda. And you know, grown-ups get to talking, my Aunt Sherry get to talking, my mom get to talking, they go out, they light up a cigarette, and my new cousin takes me into his room, and he's like, "You know what these, Andre? You know what these are, Andre? Huh? You know what these are? These are called fireworks." And I'm like, "Well, how do you operate them?" He was like, "Why, fire, of course." So he runs out to my Aunt Sherry's coffee table and picks up what is to be called a lighter. From that point on, my point of view, I learned about a lighter, and I learned about fireworks, and I learned about Amanda, and I learned about pitch white mayonnaise, bleached skin, with fiery red hair and a few freckles, cousin David Vanderbush. Now, some stuff has happened between me and David Vanderbush to the point where I cut him out of my life. I disowned him. He no more to me. He dead to me. He a dirty, shusty bum rat, and he dead to me. He put me through all that trauma. He said he sat there and he filled my head with garbage and told me to watch videos of monsters and got me all scared. And then when I started talking about it, he was like, "Hey, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. These motherfuckers are real. There's nothing you can do." And every day he would sit there and fill my head with that garbage to the point where I got really paranoid. I was severely mentally ill and my brain was spooked from David Vanderbush. David Vanderbush is a very dumb person for doing some shusty bull. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, 6-year-old David Vanderbush picks up something called it fireworks, and then he ran to my aunt's coffee table, picked up what is to be a lighter from beyond this point. He flicked it, dancing red flame come out of it, and I'm like, David, you gotta be careful of that dancing red flame. I seen my mom light up her cigarettes off that shit. It's dangerous. It's nothing to go around with. You know what he said to me? Do you know what he said to me? That kid with pitch white mayonnaise skin, bleach skinned sucker with freckles and fiery red hair. You know what that little dirt said to me? He was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna make the fiery red flame my bitch." And, you know, I run to my mom. I'm like, Mama, this kid scares me. Mama! And I played it like I had the fever, like I did say that day I had the fever. And then I'm like, Mom, my head is really hot. It's burning. My head is really hot. I need to go lay down. So she gave in. She's like, see ya. She gave in. She took me home. She gave me popsicles. She gave me juice, orange juice. Which back in my day, you used to come in the carton, extra pulp. Yeah, and then not 25 to 35 minutes later, after we just get home, we heard a loud bang on the door, and I'm like, Mama, I think it's a monster, Mama! And she goes and runs to the door, and she opens it. Surprise, it's my Aunt Sherry and cousin David. I'm like, what happened? What brings you to the neck of the woods? And they're like, we had an accident.